Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel, Leila's Lovely Life. I'm Leila, and today I wanted to bring you a Thriftbooks haul. So I had heard about Thriftbooks. I think I've heard about a couple of online places you can get used books, other than Amazon. Thriftbooks was one of them. I think there's another one. If you know of any, please let me know in the comments below. So I've been interested in homemaking books, and not every time I go to a thrift store, excuse me, I don't like pour over every single book, but I do like try to look through what they have and see if they have any homemaking books or have any of the titles that I'm interested in. So if they do and they're a reasonable price, I pick them up. But that's not always the case. I mean, we can't always find things like this at the thrift store. So I was watching Homemaking on the Homestead, and if you guys don't know who she is, I will link her down below. Her name is Crystal. Her channel is Homemaking on the Homestead, and she did a Thriftbooks haul, and I went and looked for her like referral code. I don't think there's a referral code system or anything like that. So I just went ahead and hopped on Thriftbooks and ordered some without using any type of referral code or anything like that. So I don't think there is one. I could be wrong about that. But let me show you what I've gotten so far. I've also gotten some for Mark and Kate as Christmas presents. And I'm making bookmarks to go in them. Now, the bookmarks that I've made, my printer is, I think my printer needed to be cleaned, and so I've tried cleaning it, and I'm going to try and print out another set, because it's printing the clay, like the lines are crisp, but the colors are a little weird. So, what I would like to do is include personalized bookmarks in each book, but I'm working on that. But the first books that I want to talk about are from Rosamund Pilcher, and this one's called The Empty House, and you can tell I've been reading it. Now, these are books that I've gotten myself as a gift for Christmas, and I can leave the prices linked, not linked, but if you have a question about the prices, I can let you know down below. These were not that expensive. They were like $3 to $4, I think. And I love this author. She's deceased. She's not making any more, writing anymore. Her son writes, and Kate's bought me a few of his. I don't like his writing as much. So I was like, I've never even heard of this. This is a gift to myself when I'm just relaxing to read at Christmas. So I went ahead and got this one. And I'd also never heard of The Day of the Storm. So I picked this one up from Rosamund Pilcher, same author. And then when I searched up her name, this book came up, and I'd never seen this in half price. I've never seen this anywhere. This is The World of Rosamund Pilcher, and I thought, ooh, we finally get a little glimpse. Because if you try to find information about her, there's not a lot. There is some, but there's, like pictures. I think she lived primarily in Scotland, I think. So there's a lot of, there are pictures of her home. So this was not that expensive either. And then on some of the pictures, they have quotes from, like, this is from the book The Shell Seekers. And so this was a really nice book to look through, and I've looked through it once. I haven't looked through it again, but I am going to keep looking through it because she's one of my favorite authors. In fact, I am reading just a little bit at a time of the winter solstice leading up to Christmas. So I'm enjoying that as well. Reading her books to me is like eating a dessert with whipped cream. I mean, it's just fluffy and pure escapism at its best. So, and then I showed you guys this book already that I got from Thriftbooks, Frugal Luxuries from Tracy McBride. And I have one of my bookmarks in it that I think I got this at, either somebody gave it to me or I got it at the Dollar Tree. Do y'all remember these? And I would like to actually go through this book with you guys. Maybe do like a little study, you know, maybe like take a topic and like, you know, talk about it maybe, you know, once a week or something. So if that sounds good to you, let me know in the comments below. I also got this, The American Frugal Housewife, Lydia Marie Child. And I didn't really know anything about her. I started reading about her. This is a reprint of an old book, and she was actually, it was first published in London in 1765 and in Boston in 1772. It's fascinating. She also published books about slavery. She was an anti-slavery. I know there's a word for that. Is it abolitionist? I don't know. But she was against slavery and she wrote about that, and I think she got kicked out of polite society for that. So anyway, she's an interesting person, and I haven't bookmarked it, but I did start to read it, and I was like, ooh, you know how you're like, ooh, when you find a good book. And then this one I have not started reading yet. This is Handbook for Christian Homemakers by Edith Flowers Kilgo. And yep, I haven't started reading that one. This one yet. This is copyright 1982. And it smells slightly musty. This book actually, it said it was in good condition, and I don't mind, but look. So, and then I ordered A Christmas Carol, The Chimes, and The Cricket on the Hearth by Charles Dickens. I have never read A Christmas Carol. I watch This Little Wonderful Life, and she does Vlogmas, and she says she reads it every year. So I'm like, let me go ahead and get a copy, and this was not that expensive either. So the only book that I kind of regret purchasing is this one, A Christmas Cup of Tea. I don't know what I was expecting, but it's but this is signed by the author, Tom Haig. It's a good message, but I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's not a bad book. It's a good book. It'd be a great book for like giving as a gift. So I might give it as a gift. In fact, it has wrapping paper on it right here that's stuck to it. So somebody already gave it as a gift. But anyway, so that is what I've gotten myself from Thriftbooks. And I don't think I've gotten any more, but I'm going to show you some books that I have been reading. So these books, are on a pile, They're sitting on my little table over there. This is Meaningful Moments with God, The Fruits of Silence, Solitude, and Stillness by Avis Winifred. This is my friend's aunt, and she let me borrow this. And I haven't started reading it yet, but it's on my shelf to read. This I have read a little bit of. The Greatest Gift. I got this probably for less than $1. This is by Anne Voskamp. This is Unwrapping the Full Love Story of Christmas. Best-selling author of 1,000 Gifts. I believe I do have 1,000 Gifts as well. I have read it if I don't have it. But I wanted to read you something. Okay, so I can't find what I was looking for, but basically I read, apparently there's a scripture that says Jesus went about doing good, and I was like, then I remembered WWJD, what would Jesus do? And I was like, Jesus just went about doing good. I mean, it's harder than it sounds, right? But why can't we just go about doing good? We can. The answer to that is we can. So that has been in my mind a lot lately. Jesus went about doing good. Anyway, so this is a book about Advent, and I grew up in a Southern Baptist home, and we didn't do Advent back then. We didn't do Advent calendars. We didn't have a liturgical, year in, the Baptist religion like they do other religions. So we didn't do Lent or Advent, so I didn't know about it. But this book, so for each chapter, she has a Bible verse, and then she has a today's reading, where it's, a Bible verse plus other verses. And then she has a place where she's written her words about, what she thinks about it. And then she has a section called Unwrapping More of His Love in the World. And then, like, for instance, this one. What could you create today with a gentle heart of love? A letter, a treat, a surprise. Create something out of your love. And then it says, we must be sure of the infinite good that is done to us by our Lord Jesus Christ, in order that we may be ravished in love with our God and inflamed with a right affection to obey him and keep ourselves strictly in awe of him, John Calvin. And then it has a moment for reflections, so questions that you can think about and answer. So I haven't written in this book. If I were to answer the questions, I would probably do it on a separate sheet of paper. But yeah, I would recommend this book. I have not read the whole thing, but I do love Anne Voskamp. I love the 1,000 Gifts. I also love her website. I have also been reading Disciplines of the Home by Anne Ortland. This is a book I asked Mark for. I found out about it. Again, not an author I grew up with. Not a book that I found in my library growing up. So I've been reading this. This is kind of outdated because, just for example, it says, anyway, it was talking about the public school system, and it was like, don't be so scared of the public school system. Put your children in the public school system. And I was like, no. If I had children, and I've already told you guys this, if I had children that were in the public school system right now, I would be homeschooling them. But, she also has some good points. So it's a little bit out of date, but there are also some jewels that you can glean from this. And then lastly, I have Disciplines of the Beautiful Woman by Annie Ortland. And that's in my reading book, in my reading stack. So I have to pull these books out and make an effort to read them, or I will not get anything read. So I've been putting them here beside the recliner so that when I make myself sit down, like I get achy and I have a choice between words or, watching YouTube, sometimes I will make a good choice and pick up, not that YouTube is bad, but everything in moderation, right? I will hopefully, I have choices to choose from. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys what I got from Thriftbooks, and I have a free book. I haven't gone on there and ordered it because I don't want to like inundate them. I don't want them to send me the order thinking I need to have it for Christmas when I don't. I'll wait because it doesn't expire until sometime in January. So I'll wait and then I'll place my order. So anyway, yep, let me know what you guys have been reading down below. If you guys have ever ordered from Thriftbooks, and yep, if you read any of these authors and what you thought of them. And I will see you in my next video, friends. Bye.